Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the GameSlushy Podcast number 5. And this week, what are we going to talk about, Alan?
More Skyrim?
Yeah, a little bit more Skyrim and some other stuff. So, Alan, what have you been doing this week?
All right, admittedly, I got my hands on Star Wars, and I was playing in the beta for a couple of days, so a little bit of a story on that one. It's quite good. I'm impressed.
You put up some videos on Off Time Gamer, your YouTube account, right?
Yeah, I just put up one quick video of the actual introduction to the game, you know. I cut out quite a bit. I didn't want to show off all of the spoilers, so to speak, but the actual gameplay is looking really solid, really smooth, and for a beta, it has to be the best beta I've ever tested.
Would you say it's a more streamlined version of World of Warcraft?
Yeah, easily. I mean, in my view, it's like they took all of the best bits of Warcraft and then put in BioWare. So you have like the smooth character animations, the awesome fighting, the things that made Warcraft really stand out was generally the character interactions and stuff like that. And that's all in there, and it's all really, really nice and smooth. But then you have the BioWare story scenes through everything.
Oh, okay.
Which is just amazing. So it's like you're playing Mass Effect solo, but at the same time you can interact with everyone around you. Quite literally.
That's cool.
How
about classes and races? How many?
From what I know, there are 4 main classes. I mean, you have the Jedi, Jedi Knight, Jedi Counselor, Smuggler, and a Trooper, I believe it is. Yeah. They're all pretty much, I think, it was 3 of them had the ability to tank, 2 of them had the ability to heal, and all of them have the ability to DPS.
Okay.
And each one of them has 2 advanced classes each. So if you pick a Jedi Knight, for example, you have the ability to between a DPS Jedi Knight or a DPS/tank Jedi Knight, and it's different talent trees that you go up type of thing.
So which class would you say is the overpowered paladin? Because that's all I need to know.
So far I couldn't tell you right now. I've only played it for a few hours at the moment, so.
Because if I ever play a fucking MMO again, I'm not going to stick to the fucking, bad PvP class. I'm going to go for the biggest, the best upper tier ones. Because in World of Warcraft, it was always the fucking paladins,
It's true. You'll probably find that's always going to be a case. Now, I haven't played it to endgame, so there's a good chance that there will be one class that's going to be supremely overpowered. Now, if you look at a couple of the videos that are on YouTube at the moment, there's quite a few classes that are actually a little bit more so in strength than others. I think, for example, the Smuggler or the Bounty Hunter, for one, are really, really strong at the moment in PvP. And I don't like that because I want to see the melee still being able to hold their own, because it's the same in WoW in the beginning. It was always any range class that had the upper hand. So I'd like to see a little bit more. But the beta's gone down now, so they're probably doing a lot of balance changes. I believe the companions that you get in the game were quite overpowered. Pretty much, you can have up to 3 companions.
For every class or
for every character that you make.
Ah.
For class, yeah, so every class, technically.
So you have your posse?
You have your posse, your personal posse, and they live on your ship,
Oh.
So you have your ship, your personal posse, and you can send them out to do things in late game, like you can send them to hunt for materials or scavenge stuff, so you can build equipment. They do this stuff on their own overnight. You can send them to help you with quests and things like that. But there was a problem with them being a little bit too strong. You didn't actually need to really do anything once you had one of your companions with you, because the AI is actually quite good, and when you tell them to attack, they literally slaughter everything in their path. So it was a bit like, oh, okay, this is going to be a Chinese farmer's dream.
Master Hunter, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
before Blizzard ruined it. But do they have their own personalities? Can you talk to them?
Yes, they do. They have and I believe you can have romantic interactions and stuff like that with them. Yeah, but they have all loads of dialogue and everything with them. So it's exactly that you'd expect.
It's a BioWare game.
It's a BioWare game. It's exactly what you expect from them. Yeah. Actually, just recently now, I'm going to switch topics. Have you seen the new Assassin's Creed Revelations trailer?
I don't give a fuck.
Well, I happen to like Assassin's Creed, bitch. So, yeah, but I was watching the trailer there just before we started, and I have to admit, I fell over laughing. You know the Craft of War blind that was done for WoW?
What?
It was a video that was made for WoW.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Right, you know.
Yeah.
And you know the way he put in like a very unique song on it. It was a Hide and Seek by Numaro or some Japanese
chick, I remember that. Yeah.
But it's like the Assassin's Creed trailer has decided to take the same theme here, and so they've made this really advanced video, and then they put this ridiculous music on it. Now I don't know if it'll have the same effect as Blind did, but you know,
I have to take a look at it later.
I felt the need to pop that out there.
So I've been playing. I cleared. Finally got to clear the main quest for Skyrim.
I still haven't.
I've clocked over 100 hours, and the last the end of the main story is actually quite epic. I can't fucking spoil it for you.
Oh, spoilers! God damn it!
No. I just say it's really good. The main story is short, but it's good. It's a good, and it's funny because I was already 90 hours into the game before I decided to finally finish the fucking main quest, and then a few hours later I was done with it.
That's it. I'm about 85 hours into the game, like yourself, so I still haven't done the main quest.
Yeah, I'm over 100 hours now, and I've completed the main quest, and now I'm doing other quests. But this game is horrible for people with ADHD. Because I started this main quest, and I really wanted to finish the main quest first. Because, in my head, finish the main quest first and then do all the extra content.
Yeah, just to see.
Everywhere I went, a new fucking quest popped up. And then I decided to do that instead. And then I decided to go back to the main quest, but then on the way there I would find some other fucking quest. It's horrible for an ADHD.
Yeah, I bet. I know. It's like...
Fucking hell, I couldn't focus. Until one day I finally decided, okay, put blinders on, don't look to the sides, just straight forward to the end. And then
tunnel vision, just activate tunnel vision mode and you're good to go. That's it.
It was quite good. I thought it was quite good. And then after that I was still addicted to Skyrim, and I was playing it for, basically, from morning till night. And at this point I thought, I haven't been playing anything else but Skyrim.
Yeah.
So I decided to play a little bit of Marvel Pinball on the PSN, and I saw one of my friends on my friends list actually did more score than me on the Wolverine table.
Okay. And this is competition?
And I was like, who the hell do you think you are? So I sat there for 4 hours until I got the biggest score on the Wolverine table, which was quite hard because I suck at the Wolverine table.
Oh, right. But you just have to do it just for the sake of it.
The Spider-Man table is the easiest one. I really like the Wolverine table. And the theme song that they have for the Wolverine table, I believe in the bottom of my heart that it should become the Wolverine theme song from now on. It's fucking cool.
I'd have to listen to it now. I've not played very many PlayStation games, as you know. I only have a handful. So I have no idea about this game or done any research on it. So
if you like pinball and if you like Marvel, you will like Marvel Pinball.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I've played a few pinball games in the past, and some of them were quite fun. Keep you addicted for a little while, but in general, I'm such a get into the heavy story games like Skyrim or Mass Effect or
Oh yeah, me too. But there's something about scores that just makes me.
Yeah. Gotta get first.
For example, a long time before I got Marvel Pinball, there was this game on the PSN called Burn Zombie Burn. It's on Steam as well. And basically, it's just a guy and a lot of little cartoon zombies. It's a top-down game in 3D. You basically put the zombies on fire, right, with your flamethrower or with your torch. And the more zombies you have on fire, the more multiplier bonus you get, the more points you get. For example, if you have 34 zombies on fire at one point, everything you do that gives you score will give you that score times 34. So, but it's a
multiplier. It builds you up eventually to the point you get
exactly.
the score.
The thing is, well, the zombies also walk faster when they're on fire because they're always coming towards you, you know. And this is very addictive because it creates. It's a very simple game mechanic. The game is fun. It gives you a few the more waves. You know, it's wave after wave, and the more waves you get to, the more the better weapons you get access to.
Yeah.
So you're with a big fucking Gatling gun mowing down zombies which are on fire, and that's really fucking cool. And it creates a really addictive gameplay when you're, you know, obsessed about scores with me, like I am. I'm very obsessed about scores. So for a long time, I used to just pop a podcast on the computer, sit on my couch, and just, you know, replay over and over that game until I beat my own score. And
Yeah, that's definitely some form of ADHD there, I think.
No, that's not ADHD.
Let's get higher. Yeah, maybe. Have you touched anything else in the last couple of days?
Mass Effect 2. Yeah, because I love Mass Effect. Been playing.
You're still playing that, yeah.
Yeah. The patch is out now for the PS3 version of Skyrim, but I haven't touched Skyrim in the last 2 days because Marvel.
Do you know you remember the patch that came out recently? It was kind of a bit terrible. What they did was implement on Steam, pretty much preventing you from using offline mode.
Didn't we cover this on the last podcast?
No, we discussed that.
Yeah, they just basically walked down the game to Steam. That was your patch. That was
yeah. It's like, what? How can you do that?
And I find it funny that people. I know it's kind of like, there was no point to it except, you know, walking the game on Steam. But I find it funny when I hear people complain about, oh, they just walked the game to Steam. What does it matter? You're on Steam 24/7 anyway.
Yeah, it's true. But you know, it's like, I don't know what effect it has on offline mode.
If they fucking walked your game to Origin, then you could bitch about it.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? We've been playing games on Steam almost exclusively for 5 years now.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd say so.
Steam for me is a big part of PC gaming. There's almost no PC gaming except for what I get from Steam. I don't even bother with retail anymore. You know, just get stuff from Steam from a really, really cheap.
Yeah, that's the one thing I like about Steam. I love the fact that it drops prices on games that I wanted to play but couldn't afford to when they came out.
I like that Sony is, you know, a little bit in bed with Valve right now because of their multi-platform, you know, thing that they have going on. And I'm starting to see, you know, it's nowhere near what Steam is, of course, but PSN, I'm starting to see, you know, nice promotions, nice sales. They're starting to get that if you lower, you know, the prices once in a while for certain products, not only you sell more, but you'll get people coming back for more and coming to see what else is new. It's a smart business practice, you know, to lower your prices once in a while and give the poorer gamers a nice chance to, you know, get some nice indie games even.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how about Skyrim? What have you been doing there?
I have just been, whatever time I've had left, I've pretty much been just grinding the Thieves Guild quest because I'm still trying to get to Overlord status of the Thieves, even though I've completed all the main chains, but you have to do all the little side quests before you can actually get that far.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that, and I did another couple of side quests. So I'm trying to kind of mix and match a bit. I want to do a lot of the side quests, and then every now and again I might jump into one quest of the main story, you know, and I just entice myself a little bit and then go back to the side quest for a little bit more. So yeah, but there's not really much more I can say other than what I did last week. It's still a brilliant game, and you know, there's
I love it.
Still hours to play in this thing, yeah.
It's fucking infinite.
What was I going to say? On to news in general, did you hear Dead Island was banned in Germany?
Doesn't surprise me. They've been banning everything. They have like separate versions of... I have a friend of mine that lives in Germany, Adrian, you know him, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we're talking about games. Like, I think we talked recently about Painkiller, and he said, like, I said, just search it on Steam. And he said, I can't find it on Steam. I guess it's one of those games that we don't have in Germany.
Yeah.
Poor little guy. And they have like censored versions of other games like Left 4 Dead and stuff. And Australia also has a big censoring thing because they don't have the mature rating there in Australia.
Yeah.
So games for mature game, they banned them. Like I think they banned Mortal Kombat before or something like that.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
So Australia might be a fucking wonderful country, and lots of beaches and koalas and Hugh Jackman, but I still wouldn't like to live there.
Because of the lack of games. Yeah, it's true. But then again, if they probably have the right idea. If they put all these games in, then you wouldn't have beaches and babes. It'd just be all kind of falling apart.
And it's not only that. It's like the games here in Europe, they cost more than they do in the US, and in Australia they cost even more than they do in Europe. Like in Australia, a new game on day one will cost you probably like €75 or something.
Really? It's actually more expensive than to buy in Europe in general.
Yeah, the Yahtzee guy from Zero Punctuation, he calls it the Better Beaches tax.
It's terrible. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah. But did you hear about the marriage bug in Skyrim?
No, I haven't, no.
I don't know if this patch fixed it or not. I read it in some video game website. There's this bug that spawns when you get married. It spawns everyone you met, like every friend you've made in the game, in the chapel, even if they're dead. And and if they're dead, they're there, but they're just a dead body, and the marriage gets aborted. So it's basically fail at marriage because you have dead people on the church. I don't know if they fixed that yet, but it's a funny bug, actually. I haven't tried it myself. I
haven't got married in the game yet either.
To get married, you need to in Riften. There's this temple to Mara, which is the goddess of love.
Yeah.
And you have to buy the necklace of Mara.
Yes, I heard something along those lines. Once you wear the necklace, you have the additional options of chatting to people.
Yeah. When you get the necklace, it's like you're wearing Old Spice.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I haven't got married yet. I'm having my fun first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you know how married life it is.
Yeah, you get tied down, then all of a sudden your game isn't as fun. Onto the news. Did you hear about Warcraft's patch? I was hearing about it today from a guy in work.
What is it with you and just talking about shit that I don't give a fuck?
No, this one caught my attention now. This
some new instances coming out, I guess.
Yeah, they have that. But what they're doing now is they're implementing a kind of armor model changer thing.
Didn't they did that in the beginning of the expansion?
No.
Or they had advertised that in the beginning?
No, what they did is up to now they had this reforging, which allowed you to put stats on your armor, additional stats, or change the stats around.
Yeah.
Now they're doing the models. So say for example, if I was on a paladin, and I had all of my tier 2 awesome judgment set.
Yeah, but I've heard about this like months ago.
I know, but they're implementing that now, either this week or something, that you can change your armor and make it whatever you want out of previous armor you've owned to make it look like. So I thought that was quite interesting.
Tier 6 warrior is still the coolest armor in the game, and tier 5 warlock.
But that's it. Your favorite armor, you can get it back if you were still playing WoW.
If I played a warlock, I would just go around in tier 5 warlock forever. It's a tier 5 that was the coolest one, right? Yeah, it's a tier 5.
Yeah.
The one that looked really badass. So, getting any games for Christmas? Christmas coming up in a few weeks.
That's a good question, actually. No, I haven't particularly planned on anything. I suppose I got my hands on Skyrim, which was really my Christmas goal.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm a little bit stumped in that regard. Other than that, I just had to buy Skyrim for family members,
Yeah.
As a Christmas present. Is there anything really good coming out? I suppose Trine 2
is coming out, but I'm probably going to get it on the PSN so I can play with my girlfriend. But the thing is, I've read something about it being cross-platform multiplayer. And if
really? So
if
that's
this is
the case,
true, we might be able to play it together anyway.
Yeah.
You're on the PC.
But if that's the case, I might actually be inclined to get Trine on the PlayStation anyway, because I think it's one of those games that would also suit very well for a controller.
Yeah, it is suit for. Being honest here. Trine 1 is better on the the controls.
On a controller, yeah, that's what I mean.
It's better on the PC. I've wrote about this on GameSlushy before, because you have more control of where you send your, where you throw your,
your mage items, like.
It's easier to draw the squares and the shapes and the triangles.
Oh yeah.
With the mouse than it is with an analog stick.
Yeah,
but it's not only that. When you're playing as a thief, it's easier for you to, when you shoot the little harpoon thing she has.
Yeah.
It's easier for you to land that thing exactly where you want to land it.
Yeah, I guess.
With the mouse. Apart from that, the experience is better on the PlayStation 3 because you can just have another person sitting with you on the couch and play it. I actually played it with 2 other people. I actually had so the 3 characters at the same time, and it would have been quite hilarious if the third player wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, it was me and my girlfriend and someone else, and that person kept dragging us down, so I couldn't advance it was. But if you have 3 people that have the same skill at the game, and want to play together, then it's really cool. Yeah, and that's why I'm gonna pick it on the PSN instead of Steam, because I cannot sit. Even if I could, I don't have a gamepad for my laptop. So I couldn't sit me and my girlfriend here in front of the laptop comfortably. It wouldn't be the same as playing it on the sofa with the big ass TV we have. So I'm gonna get it on the PSN. But damn, I really wanted those extra stuff for Team Fortress that's coming with it.
Yeah.
Because it comes with a few hats for Team Fortress. And what else doesn't come with a few hats for Team Fortress these days?
Yeah. Everyone's promoting Team Fortress. What the hell?
Yeah. And you can actually have 2 different ad items if you can put them together in Team Fortress. I think I saw the other day a heavy with a Skyrim hat and the shades from Deus Ex. So the shades on top of the Skyrim hat or something like that. Nice. And that looked cool. Yeah. Yeah, the Deus Ex items for Team Fortress looked quite awesome. The heavy also gets these bionic armor or whatever, which is the arm that he carries the chain gun with, basically. Yeah. And it looks really badass when he has the big metal arm, the heavy guy on Team Fortress. But anyway, apart from that, Torchlight 2 got postponed for 2012, so no Torchlight 2 this Christmas.
Yeah, so I believe.
What else is coming this Christmas?
That's just it. I think the biggest game that's coming out for Christmas is Star Wars, and that's already on my to-buy list. So
it's like they all went for October, November, and nobody wanted Christmas.
But that's why I think BioWare has the run of the mill on that one. They're like, oh, we're releasing Star Wars at Christmas, so everyone else is just like, right, we'll wait then. And I'm looking forward to it. So,
but Steam, as good as they are with their Christmas sales and stuff, they're still forgetting a big part of the demographic. I've seen them make Christmas sales and Easter sales and summer sales, but they never do Hanukkah sales. For Jews. Jews don't celebrate Christmas. We should have Hanukkah sales as well. I'm not a Jew.
Just for them.
But I'm all for equality,
Why not? I'm sure they'll find more reason to, make sales if they can.
Yeah, as long as I get more fucking sales on Steam, you get it?
Yeah, that's it. What was I looking at there recently? Have you ever played Anno, by the way?
Anno?
Yeah, Anno 1404.
I wanted to, but for some reason you cannot buy that game on Steam anymore. So I didn't give a fuck.
I thought you still could anyway.
Anno 1404. No, something happened, and the game is still on Steam. I have friends in my friends list that can still play them. I've seen them play it. But if you go right now to your Steam page and look for Anno 1404, notice this game is currently not available for purchase.
Oh, is that just in your area? Oh yeah, this game is not currently available for purchase. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I got this game, and I played this for quite a few hours. I had a great time in this game, and I noticed recently that they just released Anno 2070. Now, I haven't tried it yet, but
you expressed interest in buying it when I showed you the trailer like 2 months ago.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was released there last week. So I might also just, if I can, as soon as I can afford these things, because Christmas is coming up, and I have presents to buy, and that's me broke. So buying these little games for myself to keep me happy is
fortunately my girlfriend's family. I love them. They just give me what I want for Christmas. They give me the first year. They gave me another controller for my PS3, so I could have one charging while the other one is playing.
Oh yeah, nice.
Or play other stuff with my girlfriend. The second year, they gave me a gift certificate for the game store,
yeah.
with a lot of fucking money in it. And the third year, they got me this used football game for the PS2. And I was like, I opened that and I was so fucking sad. Fucking used football game.
Who does that?
It's a football game, which I don't give a fuck, and it's not even new. And then I opened it, and inside it had a gift card for a gift certificate for the game store with a lot of fucking money in it.
Nice.
So that was really funny.
Brilliant.
But
awesome parents are awesome.
In that moment where I saw I
can just imagine the expression on your face when you received a gift like that.
My heart shattered that day. I could have easily fainted. I don't know. But when I opened the thing and saw the game certificate there, I felt all better.
Oh, you were all better, yeah. But I just have these images of your expression, when you turn around, you take this gift, and you open up with glee, and then you realize you have to put on the face of, oh, thank you.
No, but my father-in-law, this is totally an idea of my father-in-law. My father-in-law is hilarious. I love that man. And I never thought I would, how do I explain this? When you meet girlfriend's parents and you're always very conscious of what you say around them, and you never really joke around with them when you have that. I don't have that relations with my father-in-law. We joke a lot. We're always trying to pull each other's chain, and sometimes he, like, when I put my arm out of the car and stuff, he just rolls the window up so I get hurt.
Yeah.
So there's physical comedy there too. And he said, "Oh, I didn't notice you had your hand there, Charlie. So sorry."
Damn it.
No, but that man is awesome, and I love that because they know I'm a gamer. So they just
take advantage of that.
Yeah, they get me stuff that I like, and it's very nice of them. But it's funny. We have this thing here in Sweden called Midsummer.
Yeah.
In Portugal, we didn't celebrate that. But here in Sweden, we have something called Midsummer. It's the biggest day of the year. It's light all day long. There barely isn't any night in that day. It doesn't really get dark.
Yeah.
It's like midnight, and it's kind of like, it looks like it's 6 o'clock or something. So this is a big thing here in Sweden, and they celebrate it mostly by, everyone celebrates it differently, but most of the people will go to a summer house if they have one and just barbecue with the family. And in the summer house, we don't have internet or anything, so I bring my PSP along. And my father-in-law sees me getting into the car with my PSP and is like, "Do you have to bring that thing everywhere, Charlie?"
Don't you ever socialize? Shut up, I'm playing.
It's fucking awesome. I love him. So I'll hopefully get a little bit either something game related this Christmas as well.
Yeah, I just have to see what it is. I'm nearly tempted to buy the Wii based on Zelda Skyward Sword. I've been seeing so much of it, and it looks like a lot of fun.
It's been in the back of my mind ever since fucking Donkey Kong came out, and Donkey Kong was my favorite character from the 16-bit era.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked Sonic, I liked Mario a little bit too, but Donkey Kong was the shit for me. I thought it had the best gameplay, the best songs, and the moment I saw that, the trailer when they announced it, Donkey Kong, I wanted to buy a Wii, but I couldn't justify to my girlfriend buying another console just to play one game. But it's been on the back of my mind ever since, and since it's like the Wii U is going to come out in 2012 and it's going to be compatible with Wii games anyway, so I thought maybe I should just hold out for the Wii U and then get Donkey Kong. Yeah. And then just buy a Wii controller and Donkey Kong, and then by then Donkey Kong will be worth like what, €15 probably. So
yeah.
So a little bit more patience.
That's it.
Yeah.
On to next. Have you tried Saints Row, or have you played or heard of it?
No, I haven't played it. The reviews that I saw, the reviewers were a little bit disappointed because they felt like they held a lot of content from the game, especially when you compare Saints Row the Third to Saints Row 2. Saints Row 2 felt like a complete game, like it had lots of content to do. Saints Row 2 felt like Oblivion or Skyrim. Right? You have a whole game experience there.
A whole big game, whole world that you can explore.
Without any need of DLC. You already have a good game there. But what they did here is that they announced that they would have 40 weeks of DLC when they were creating the game. And now the game come out and it has much less content compared to Saints Row 2. So it's a smaller game. So basically what people are complaining about is that it feels like they held back game content to release it as DLC later.
As DLC, that's pretty bad, especially if it gets into that stage where people are actually realizing that rather than DLC being a bonus.
Yeah, basically what BioWare does with the Dragon Age games, but imagine if it's just one, instead of one quest, it's like half the game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The difference between that is, like when you say BioWare games, they don't really cut you out. They just turn around and go, they give you a complete game. They give you a complete game, and then they add it, or give you a couple of quests for DLC, but they're optional that you can pay for if you want to.
But I'm not sure if this gets worse, BioWare will one day release the game where you have to buy DLC to finish the main quest. Mark my fucking words.
No, I refuse to believe that will happen.
That day will fucking come. BioWare will release a fucking game, and it's going to be called Dragon Age 3 fucking with you. And BioWare will put an NPC at the beginning of the main quest and saying, "These gates cannot be opened. Would you like to open them?" Well, I guess then you have to go to the PSN store and buy them.
No, I could just imagine massive uproars if something like that happened, seriously.
And I can just imagine the way gamers are, that they would say, oh, well, they need to make a profit. They need to make more games. They can't make a profit out of selling the game alone.
Oh, yeah, sure. And like I said, there's limits to everything. I know even I would be crying like a little baby at them if that was the case. No, I don't think they'll go that far. I think there's enough already as it is with this DLC thing, and there's enough cries already out there that I'm sure they're beginning to think about limiting it. They'd have to. I mean, come on, they're going to start losing a lot of sales otherwise. Games are meant to be fun and not fucking... you need DLC to continue.
At this moment, I just wish BioWare was owned by... not owned, but their games would be published by Activision instead of EA. Because I don't fucking trust EA.
Yeah.
They take so many games out of fucking Steam just because of their Origin thing, and I know in my heart, or there's nothing confirmed yet, I think, but I kind of know it that we'll never see Mass Effect 3 on Steam. So people who have those games on Steam and like having everything in like this one neat library of games, they won't be able to have it. They have to fucking get Origin to get it. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
In one way, I'm sorry, Alan. In one way, I understand that, you know, they look at what Steam is doing. Steam is doing getting a lot of money, and they want to, you know, get in there and do the same. But really, Origin, from what I know of it, doesn't really offer anything that Steam offers, you know. And people have all their friends on Steam, and they already have a big library of games on Steam, and you know, it's going to be hard for a lot of gamers to
adapt to that. Yeah, I know. Oh, we'll see how it goes. I mean, we'll find out obviously very, very soon, especially with the release of Star Wars. So it's only a couple of weeks away.
Yeah. Well, Star Wars will be released as an Origin exclusive.
Oh yeah, of course. But then again, I don't expect that to be on Steam. I mean, it's an MMO. It's like WoW being on Steam. It just doesn't work. It has to run through its own client.
Yeah, WoW has, you know, the what's it called, Battle.net. It's connected to the Battle.net.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I don't get mad at EA for putting, you know, Old Republic on Origin. Okay, it's fine. But when games like Mass Effect, you already have them on Steam. I have Mass Effect 1 and 2 on Steam, and I kind of know that I'm never going to have Mass Effect 3 there.
Yeah, you see, that's the biggest problem. I mean, if you think of how Blizzard went with it, and they did their thing, but they kept all their games solely to there. If they started, you know, selling, say, StarCraft or something on Steam, and then all of a sudden told us that we couldn't, then yes, there would be a problem.
You have Dragon Age 2, right?
I do, yes.
Go check on Steam if you can still buy it. Go on, I wait.
Alright, one sec. We'll check here.
Go check on Steam.
Dragon
Age 2.
2.
Yeah.
Dragon Age is not available.
Exactly. Neither is all the fucking DLC. You have to buy it.
Yeah, Origins is still there, though.
Yeah,
and Origins Awakening.
Yeah. Yeah. But
they've actually taken Dragon Age 2 from the thing, and I still have it sitting here in my actual library. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Well, oh, what are you going to do?
I swear to you, if EA ever makes a console, we'll never see any games on, you know, any BioWare games on Xbox and the PS3.
Yeah.
They'll just sell it on their own EA shitbox.
The EA shit. It slams something on the desk. God damn it.
Oh, well.
But it's most interesting when I'm looking at the Dragon Age 2 thing here, you know, and I click on the store page. Mm-hmm. All it does is refresh the actual, the main page of the store, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't even take you to that. That's desperate. Something that I never even noticed. But then again, once I bought it, I had no reason to go back and look at the store page.
Yeah, exactly. But Crysis 2 is no longer available on Steam either.
Yeah.
They pulled.
Oh, really? Yeah, they pulled that one as well.
They're pulling everything from Steam.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Mass Effect 2 is still fucking there. And I was very surprised to see it on the Steam sale the other day. You could buy Mass Effect 2 for like €7 and Mass Effect 1 for €3 the other day. And I was very surprised to see that.
But yeah, you know, at the same time, I can see that Mass Effect 2 is still up, but they'd be kind of silly not to allow Mass Effect 3 specifically on Steam as well, because they know there's a huge player base there that will buy the game from Steam. I mean, they're still going to make a lot of money out of it.
Yeah, they will. And the thing is, and I've seen on their forums, there's some people that are promising that if Mass Effect 3 doesn't come out on Steam, this is on the BioWare forums.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of people like putting their foot down and saying, I will not buy this game if it's not on Steam. And tell you what, they fucking won, they're going to buy it on Origin.
Oh, yeah.
If it's not on Steam.
Absolutely. They've still got Origin to buy it, yeah, regardless.
Because that's fucking gamers for you.
Yeah, but the difference is the people who own it, unless they actually promote it somehow through Steam to say, come to us, the people that just you know, a large majority will miss out on this because they won't know about Origins. And they just won't expect Mass Effect 3 to be released yet. Only those who really, really want to and look for the game and research it will bother. Because you have a load of casual people, even like myself, who rely on a lot of information on games to come from Steam.
Yeah.
You know, when something new is coming out and we turn around and go, oh, look, I didn't even know about this game. I didn't know when it was due out, but it's out next week. I'm going to purchase that. Happy days. I'll save up my week's work and, you know, get it there and then.
When was the last time that you really needed Steam to tell you that the BioWare game was coming out? That's my point.
All right, yeah, well, True, but
yeah, you just know you're a gamer, and if you were like completely detached from all this shit, some of your retard friends would go on Skype and
would still go, dude, it's out. Why don't you have it? It's on Origins. Herp derp.
Yeah. Did you see the screenshots that I linked to today of that Dishonored game from Bethesda?
No.
Oh, this would be nice for us to see what your reaction to them are, because I'm gonna give you a link here. This is a new game. I know very little about. I know nothing about it actually.
And guys, if you're listening, what we'll do is we'll put the link as well in the description on the website, so you can click on it as well if you want to check it out.
Well, my internet is acting stupid, so you can just go on the Bethesda forums, go on the Bethesda page, and there's right there, it's called Dishonored, and then you click on that and you go to Dishonored.com or something like that. So maybe you should just go to Dishonored.com. And it looks a lot, I get the Bioshock feeling from it, but it's like Bioshock for ninjas, I guess. You just see the guy holding a knife all the time, or a dagger or something. But I like the way it looks, the aesthetics of it. It looks very a little bit cartoony, and I like that. You know, Bioshock games also looked a little bit. They didn't went for the realistic look on it.
All right, so wait, go back a bit. I'm on the Bethesda day, betsoft.com. So where am I looking?
Look for Dishonored. On their games, or it used to be on their front page or something.
Oh, I see it there, Dishonored, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Then there's a few screenshots there, and it looks really
cool. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that kind of like aesthetic. You've seen?
This aesthetic, it immediately comes across as something.
It makes you think
about
Bioshock.
It reminds me of Half-Life.
Really?
I'm looking at the guy, you know, on the big legs at the moment, and I'm just like, I see this before.
How can we look at the same fucking pictures and get two different opinions?
Like, you see the guy who's standing on the super big legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think about
like the crawlers from Half-Life.
It's funny that whenever I see something and I show you this was the same with that BioWare picture of that new game that they're going to announce, where I saw something that I saw in the picture, and you saw something that was the exact fucking opposite of it.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
It's like if I don't know, if I showed you a picture of a red blob and I say, oh, that looks like a strawberry to me, and you would say, like, that looks like someone just raped someone and there's blood everywhere. Yeah,
that's your point. You're trying to get at something here, I think. But yeah, graphically, the pictures are quite impressive. So I don't know what to think of it until I see it.
I like that kind of aesthetic. You know, doesn't go for the realistic stuff. I'm more of a fan of a stylized look than a realistic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It'd be the same. It's kind of they're all kind of dressed in old, war stuff. It looks very. I don't know what year it'd be, very 1800 kind of clothing. And then you have like the 2040 vehicle in the background. It's like, okay.
It looks cool. And I'm a big fan of stylized games, with games with a nice stylized art direction, because, first of all, photorealism, we've taken huge steps, but we're not there yet. And we're not going to be there yet for a while. A stylized look will give you much more freedom with what you do with the game.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and I really love games that look like that. They look like Pixar movies. I don't know. They have this kind of like good look to them.
Unique, yeah.
Unique, quite unique.
I want to see a Pixar movie. I've not seen a Pixar movie in a while.
If you like Pixar movies and you have a PS3, then you should get Ratchet and Clank Future, because it's like an interactive Pixar movie. I
love Pixar movies.
That's exactly how I would describe it. It's an interactive Pixar movie, except Pixar has nothing to do with it.
I actually cried when I watched WALL-E.
I haven't watched WALL-E yet.
I kid you not, I cried when I watched WALL-E. I never had such an emotional attachment to a machine in my life. And I cried when I watched WALL-E. It's such an awesome movie, you know. And there's a load of them like that are really, really good. And, you know, I hate that about these movies, that they're all designed to kids and make you feel emotions. And then you're older and you get over all of these emotions, and then all of a sudden you watch a Pixar movie and you're bawling like a little kid. It's like, fuck you.
I cried with in the end of Kenshin when Kenshin dies.
Yeah, you know, things like that.
Yeah. But that was
or in Terminator when he puts the thumb up as he goes into the lava. That's such a sad moment.
You cried there?
Terminator 2 as he disappears into the lava. Huh? I was probably about 12.
Where's the Terminator going?
No, not the Terminator.
He has to protect John Connor.
And then you know when you watch things like Notebook and all these women romantic things, and we stand there and we have like this perfect face on us, and they're crying, and then we're sitting. Then suddenly we're the guys who have no emotional feelings. But then when we watch like Terminator, and then we see the guy dying in the lava, and we start crying, it's like it's just it makes here, you know.
Yeah.
This is just how it works.
Yeah.
We do have some emotions. They're there. You just have to bring them out with
games?
grenades
Have you
and
ever
stuff.
felt emotional with a game?
Yeah, I think Final Fantasy VIII, actually.
Really?
Yeah, when I was young as well. I was like, God
the
damn
only
it.
emotion that I felt with Final Fantasy VIII was anger and frustration.
No, and it was something about jumping out into space. I was all like, oh.
Oh, is that the part where they start singing and shit?
Probably, yeah.
Fun.
Probably.
You know, I'm gonna
God.
say this, but Final Fantasy XII is the best Final Fantasy game ever made.
Final Fantasy XII was brilliant. I agree with you on that. I wouldn't say it's their best one. Personally, the best one, as you all know, is 7, by far. but 12 was really, really good. It was very innovative in regards to the series. They brought out something new, and it was a nice style, and it was a nice movement, and it, you know, the real time play, and then you see it a lot following in MMOs and everything like that. So it was really, really good.
I think your relation to Final Fantasy VII is a perfect example of imprinting. You know what imprinting is?
Yes.
Yeah. You know when a child gets abused by his father and then grows up to be an abuser as well. You know, because he was imprinted with that very young. I think since Final Fantasy was like the first game that had actually a story for you still think the story is so fucking good.
It is. I've even played it like 2 or 3 years ago. It's still epic. No matter how you look at it.
Okay.
All right, graphically, it's not the best these days, but you know, as far as the well-written script goes, I mean, how often do you hear stories about magic coming from the ground and volcanoes blowing up with the use of black, white-haired guys?
Do you remember Full Metal Alchemist? You know that the first anime, not the second one, not Brotherhood, but remember how they explain where alchemy came from?
Yeah. I do remember, but
alchemy came from our world. They were stealing it.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, and they had a mix of the two worlds where it was meant to be balanced.
And I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? They're using our fucking energy.
So we got. Yeah, I've seen a lot of games like that have done that. You know, there was another game that I played that actually had that, and I think it was called Guardian or something. I have it here. No, I don't have it here. It's not Still Life, but it was one of those old games. Let me quickly have a... no, not Last Remnant. What the hell is Last Remnant? Overlord, Sanctum...
Since you were talking about Terminator before, you know what annoys me the most about Terminator 3? And I love Terminator 3. I love that movie, actually. But Terminator 2 was all about... There's no fate but the fate you make for yourself. You know, you're in charge of your fate, right?
Yeah.
And... You know, this shows a big message, like, you know, you're in charge of your future. If you can, you know, if you try, you can make things better. And fucking Terminator 3 is like, forget all that shit. It's still
There, I finally found this game. It's called The Longest Journey.
The Longest... I've heard about that. Is it on Steam?
It is, yeah, it's on Steam, yeah. I bought it there for like €2 or something when it was re-released on Steam. But yeah, I played that. It's not graphical, but it's a great game. I mean, it took the same story. Now, the reason you reminded me of it was because of the fact that it is the same basis of magic being in the other dimension and we have technology. Oh. You know, no, Full Metal Alchemist went down that route where you see it from the magical
side. They have technology and
they have the magic, yeah, exactly.
You should really watch the next the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because I know you and I know you're going to love that fucking
Yeah, I probably will. I'll have to get around to download it. I might try it this weekend, actually. By now you're still trying to watch other ones as well.
If I would give, Full Metal Alchemist, the first one, an 8, then Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is definitely a 10. It's really good. It's really fucking good.
And this was based on the manga, right? More so than the...
Yeah, because I don't know what happened, but after they meet Teacher, the first series, Full Metal Alchemist, goes in a completely different way than the new series. The new series basically, the homunculi aren't even the same. For example, Sloth on the first series was Eric and Alphonse's mother.
And for those who haven't got a clue what the hell we're talking about, it's actually the bad guys are called homunculi.
Yeah. On this one, the new one, the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the homunculi don't come from the same place where the homunculi come from in the first series. Because in the first series, the homunculi are the humans that they try to bring back through alchemy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Sloth was their mother, and then there was that other homunculi that other people tried to bring back to life.
Yeah, they were all the bad emotions, greed, envy, stuff like that.
And the second anime, they come from a completely different fucking source. So the anime is mostly the same until you get to the part where they reunite with the Teacher and remember that time that they spent alone on the island training and stuff. After that, all hell breaks loose. Nothing is the same.
Oh, right.
It's a complete different series.
Different story, yeah.
Yeah. But it got me thinking the other day, how fucking cool would it be, a single-player fucking game with Major Louis Armstrong as the main character?
I don't know.
The strong,
random.
The strong arm alchemist. I was thinking about this the other day when I was watching this with my girlfriend, and I said to her, it would be really cool to have a video game just with that fucking character. Because the strong arm alchemist was fucking amazing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I like the strong arm. That guy, he was just awesome. Flexing all the time. He's like, oh, from the strong arm family.
He's even more handsome than the
next
Old Spice guy. So the Old Spice guy would be ashamed next to Major Louis Armstrong.
Major Louis Armstrong from the strong arm family.
And the thing is, on the other series, he has a sister that can actually kick his ass. She wipes the floor with him, so imagine how she is.
Yeah, I can...
Anyway, back to video games.
Yeah, back to games.
What
other games do we have on our list to go through, I guess?
Did you hear about the thing with the Jurassic Park game where they were caught reviewing their own game on Metacritic?
No.
It's like the game came out, and some people from Telltale Games, which... the guys that created Jurassic Park and the Back to the Future game and other games like Tales of Monkey Island. They had like some reviews at Metacritic, like 10 out of 10, for example, for Jurassic Park the game. And some people thought this was very strange, and they did some investigative reporting.
Yeah. Looking into this little...
And they connected the usernames that posted this stuff to Telltale Games. Basically, Telltale was reviewing their own game. Okay.
Yes, it's 10 out of 10. Everybody check this out. Oh, yeah. Our game is awesome.
And the thing is, the game probably is okay, or at least good. I don't know, or good or at least okay. But this is going to give them a lot of bad press, because now people that were thinking of buying the game will think,
They're a bit cocky. That's a bit cocky. Like, it's a bit.
No, it's not the cocky. It's the fact that they will be like, if they don't feel so confident on the game that they're going to let people review them by themselves, then the game. It's because of the game is not. It's because
it's not that good in the first place. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yeah, I suppose it would be a lot. Even I would think along those lines. Like, why would they need to go all that trouble to try? Boost themselves into thinking that the game is good, unless they themselves don't actually think the game is very good.
They're not the first ones that did this. I think, who was it that did it? Dragon Age 2, I guess, already did this before.
Did they?
I don't know. I know what some other company did this before, and it was...
Dragon Age 2 was such a disappointment for me, though. I mean, after playing Dragon Age 1, you really kind of expect Dragon Age 2 to go an upper level. But they really didn't in that game. They improved so many things on it, but they killed.
The story wasn't that good, right?
The story was okay, but they killed the whole feeling of what made Dragon Age good. And, in Dragon Age 2, you're kind of locked to a city.
Yeah.
And that's so bad. That's so bad. Yeah. You want to be able to go around the whole world and do the whole traveling and whatever you want to.
It's like Dragon Age 1, but if your hero was grounded.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. But I'm still going to get Dragon Age 2 at one point or another.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. It's still a good game, but it just doesn't surpass the first one, and that's a disappointing in regards to being a sequel. So we'll see what happens if they come out with a third.
BioWare is starting to grow on me really, really much. I didn't used to be a BioWare fan. I didn't play the Baldur's Gate games. And I didn't like Neverwinter Nights so much. And Knights of the Old Republic was passable, I guess.
Yeah.
But I was never a big fan of BioWare because of that. I thought their games were passable at best. They were okay to kill some time. But now, since Mass Effect and even Dragon Age 1, I guess, I think they're a good, they make awesome games.
They know how to make a story. It's plain and simple. Yeah. And they have it in a way that you get sucked in. I mean, even when I was playing Star Wars, God, I didn't want to stop after first because I wanted to do the story. And having NPCs, standard quest NPCs actually talk to the point you're interacting with them the same way in Mass Effect is truly amazing, like, for an MMO to be able to do that. So
the thing that got me off in Neverwinter Nights, it was all the reading, and I was playing a game, but I was doing more reading than actual playing in Neverwinter Nights because of all that dialogue, and none of it was voice acted. Yeah. So that was annoying because if I want to read the book, I'll read the book. If I want to play a video game, I want some interactivity.
You want to interact, yeah.
Yeah, because that's at the core of what a video game is. It's supposed to be interactive. My problem with KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, was that the animations were like, we had a lot of dialogue and stuff, but the characters were just standing there spewing out their dialogue.
Oh yeah, but I'd put that down to the time it was made. I mean, I liked Knights of the Old Republic, especially the second one. Well, I don't know, was the second one made by them? I presume it was.
Yeah.
But graphically it really, really wasn't good. But it had the interaction, and it was very buggy. There were a lot of times where you get stuck in a position for a long time, and you'd have to reload from a previous save and stuff like that. But all these things are very substantial to the age it was. I mean, it's like comparing Deus Ex Human Revolution to Deus Ex Machina.
I understand what you're saying. It's a product of their time.
It's a product of the time, yeah.
And they've gotten better, and that's why, with the advance of technology and they're starting to make better games, and BioWare having a bigger budget nowadays doesn't harm them either.
True.
So the thing is that nowadays, especially since Mass Effect 1, I still had a little bit of that problem in Dragon Age, but Mass Effect, they have a little bit more animation. It's still not too much. It's still not on the level of, let's say Uncharted 2, for example.
Yeah.
But, they make an effort and put some more animations in there. And even though some of these animations are repeated, like Shepard crossing his arms and uncrossing his arms and stuff like that, it's still good. It's still better than standing there and saying, the character's dialogue with not moving, with no animation whatsoever. But this is the problem that I'm actually getting in Skyrim now that actually takes me out of the Skyrim experience. Thankfully, I spend more time in Skyrim killing shit than actually talking to shit. So, but I've noticed, they're talking there, oh yeah, the Dovahki, oh the Dragonborn, and then they don't move their fucking arms, they don't move their fucking legs, they don't even walk around,
I think the biggest killer in Dragon Age for immersion possibilities is when you're there in the city and you slay the dragon right in front of everyone, and then the guard comes up to you and goes, "Did you just pickpocket that guy over there?" I'm like, dude, look at the dragon I just killed here. Like,
I don't remember that.
Some respect, No, because they don't react. Some of them don't react when you try to talk to them. It's quite funny, But I'm looking forward to the fully, animated BioWare game, because I know that's going to be quite an experience. When they have something with the amount of dialogue that Mass Effect games have, but all of it properly animated. Every single person that's voice acting a character, they're making motion animation as well. Motion capture. When they create that game, it's going to be so fucking epic. Yeah.
Mass Effect
and you can expect them to do it as well.
Have taken some steps with the animation already, which make their games more, believable. But I know in the future it's going to be better and better. Video games have a bright future. But I would like to see that as well in the next Elder Scrolls game. More animation. When you're telling story, it's better. Even if you have to walk my character view somewhere, to be able to make the characters walk around and interact in front of me and stuff. Even if you have to do that, it's okay. Just walk my character in some place, just as long as the characters that are telling the story make it believable and not just, stand around like 10 meters from each other.
Yeah, you're talking about trying to implement body language, though, and I mean, that's still probably a step away, but yeah, I can see where you're coming from the moment that comes in.
I'm just saying, BioWare has made some steps to put this in their RPGs, and they only made better games for it, and the next Elder Scrolls is probably going to be epic. This one was a huge
leap,
huge leap from Oblivion, even though one of their I don't remember who was it, someone on Bethesda said that they didn't felt it was such a big leap from Oblivion as Oblivion was from Morrowind, but I still think it's a huge fucking leap. They made a game that was like 2 times better than Oblivion. I'm not just talking graphically, I'm talking about everything.
But it's mostly, I mean, you can say graphically. Graphically, yes, is a big leap, but I think mostly it was the character interaction. They did really, really well on the voiceovers and on, in general, quest dialogue.
Yeah, I found it really annoying though that other characters don't stop talking when you're talking in quest. When you're talking to a quest, because then you're trying to listen to the quest, and some fucking kid comes. Oh, you're not that tough. I thought heroes were tough.
You should try doing the Dark Brotherhood teams. Especially when you get to the end of it. You have the quest that you talk to the Dark Lady type of thing as the listener. And the listener's keeper, I'm regretting the fact that I didn't kill him, but you have a quest to kill him and I decided to leave him alive, and now every time I go to talk to her, he stands right in front of the quest dialogue and he goes, "I'm bored here, let me out, I want to come play with you," this type of attitude. And it's like you have the Dark Lady going, "Kill this person in the far eastern parts of the world," and then while she's doing that, is like, "Can I come? I want to go fight." And it's like, what the fuck?
And when I was in one of the main quests, you're in the basement with the blades, and they're talking to you. Fucking spoilers! And they're talking to you about you being a Dragonborn and what you have to do and stuff. And the fucking bard upstairs started, "Oh, there once was a hero, correct, the red, and I'm like, fuck! Now I have to start this dialogue all fucking over again." Yeah,
that's something that I'm sure they'll have to work on, Just block out all other noise when conversing with quests.
What is it? Dragons?
What
Someone
is it?
stole
What
your
is
sweet
it?
roll?
What is it? What is it?
That one is really annoying, that someone stole your fucking sweet roll.
Yeah.
I hear it all the fucking time. It doesn't...
No, there was a video up on YouTube. Have you seen it? It's like, what is it?
Yeah,
what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? That's all. All the guards say that. What is it? What is it?
Dragons?
Dragon? What is it? Every time you walk up to them, it's brilliant. The bugs are fun as well. So.
And that fucking Fletcher in Solitude. Oh, can I get one of those arrows really good for killing dragons? Oh, so you think you can kill dragons, eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, when you talk to them, it's like, do you have any, arrows that could slay dragons? What do you take me for? Some crazy man. What the? Seriously? Simple question. Dragon Slayer here, well known at this point.
I would like them to make, what's it called? The Imperials, since they're fucking like the Roman Empire anyway, because they're basically inspired in the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
If you look at their uniforms. And I would like to make them sound like American Italians. Like you would talk to one and he would go like, hey! Hey, yo, hey!
The Fawn's like, hey, what's happening?
Yeah. Anyway, what's the clock on this thing?
I think we're going a little bit harder today. It's we're at 1 hour and about an hour and a bit. So we could probably stop it there for this evening. Yeah,
it's good enough. We talked about some BioWare and Skyrim again.
And anime and some other random little games. But as it is, there's not really very, very much happening until Christmas. So I'm just happy with Skyrim right now.
Yeah.
As much as I'd like to say, we'll keep an eye out for newer games that are coming onto the market. I know there's a couple coming out, but there's no real big news.
And by the way, guys, if you have any questions for us, remember to come and visit us at GameSlushy.com and write your questions in today's comment section of the podcast.
Yeah, or of course send us a mail. We do have a mail up. It's GameSlushy@gmail.com.
Yes.
Pretty simple to remember.
Yeah, and we're going to set up our Twitter quite soon, so soon we're going to be able to take questions through Twitter. But anyway, get in contact with us either through the website or the email and send us your questions. We would like to hear them. And since there's so very little people, listening to us right now, chances are
We're growing. There's a few more of you out there.
Chances are your question might be picked.
Very likely. Oh, yeah.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.